Hello everybody, Gfish17 here, and I'm going to give you an update about future content on my channel. Things you need to know. I cannot post on a regular schedule, but before we get into that, I would ask you to like, comment, and subscribe. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button if you like my content. This is nothing more than an update. It's not like my other videos. But I will be telling you what I can do and my limitations as far as future content is concerned. I work on a regular schedule. I work 8-hour shifts at my job. I can't mention the name of my job because, one, it's just an ordinary place, but they have a rule against speaking out against them or saying something critical or saying something not so flattering about them. And this is a place you could see just driving down the street. Well, I work 8-hour shifts. It's in customer service. And if you think you know, it could be any number of these places. They're kind of identical. Well, I can't post on a regular schedule on account of I don't know how to make money quite from Patreon yet. Like, let's say I have money in my Patreon, I wouldn't know how to extract it just yet. I will be doing like the I used to be a Christian content. I'll be continuing that this year to the best of my memory. I can't remember things perfectly, but I'll do what I can with what I remember. Okay. I talk about a variety of things for those of you who are new to this channel and are catching this update. I talk about anime, I talk about religion to an extent. Not like Rachel Oates or Cosmic Skeptic. I don't cover religion to that degree. I'm just talking about my personal, isolated little bubble of experience. This little bubble represents everything I'm going to be talking about. It's really not much. That being said, I will do a response video to Kent Hovind, but that one, I don't even know if it will be this year. It's going to take time to prepare because, one, I have to figure out my editing. 2, I have to align my audio because the recorder I'm using right now is not so hot audio. As of right now, I'm using Cheese from Linux Mint. I'm using that particular version from 19.3 on Linux Mint, and my audio lags behind my voice, so I can't seem to get the best possible results. That's one of the gripes I have since I switched from Windows, but everything else actually works swimmingly to the extent that I don't want to go back to Windows. It's just the webcam that really could use some major overhaul. In fact, I should probably just make a video on that. That should probably be a separate video. And I might just do that in the future just on account of how frustrating this is. I do intend to do future videos covering anime and video games. As this is just an update about what I will be doing or can't do, or, well, attempt to do, I'm simply saying I'm not able to make a solid promise about the future. So take what I say here with a grain of salt. I will do what I can do, but I gotta tell you, at my work, which is relatively mundane, really, but it's still tiresome. I work, and by the time I make it home, I got no energy, and most of my day is taken up, so I end up sleeping most of the night into the morning, which means I don't have time to create videos. So I can only do that on my days off, which is Mondays and Tuesdays. And even then, there's no guarantee I'll be able to do it then. Family events, hospital visits, things like that. I live with a person with low immunity and kidney issues on top of that. So please don't get too angry if I don't post, if you like what I post. But please like, comment, and subscribe if you have any suggestions, if you have anything you'd like to hear my input on. I live clear in Iowa, in the United States, for those of you who are outside the States. And we have our own perspective on things, of course, like everyone does. But we're hardly ever featured in Hollywood, so we're not always going to be known. And when I say we're not always known, I mean, like, we're rarely featured in things like big movies, like the MCU, you know, or anything else like that, even though I think that we might have something interesting to offer. Like, interesting sets of superheroes are just not like the common tropes. At least I'd like to believe it. I will be editing this video in Kdenlive, and if you're watching this already, I have already edited it in Kdenlive. That's why the audio is actually aligned. Because if I didn't, it wouldn't sound so good. My mouth would be moving, but my voice would be lagging behind me. I don't know if you want to see that footage. It looked like a bad dub. Well, it's very important that you tell me the future content you do want, because I'm trying to build my platform of being just a variety channel. And if I build it big enough, I can actually maybe not have to work at where I'm working, and even just flat out talk about it. But until then, that won't be happening. I'm also going to... I don't yet have too much knowledge on how to use Patreon, but even so, I do have a Patreon. I have a Twitter. I have Instagram. And I have Facebook. You can contact me at any one of those places. And I'm going to do my best to leave links in the descriptions below. You know me, I'm gfish17. But some sites don't want numbers in the name, so I'm just gfish on Facebook. Or garfish on Facebook. Like the alligator gar in Iowa. So, if you want to contact me, those are ways to do that. But please feel free to comment in the comment section down below. Feel free to smash that subscribe button. Preferably not with your knuckles, because you'll destroy your computer, unless you're that kind of person. And you have tons of money to afford that. That was meant to be a joke. It did not land. I don't know what else to tell you. I'm looking at the time on the video. Let's see. Yeah, I do also talk about movies and things like that every so often. Mainly my content's affected by what piques my interest for anyone who may have the question about what affects the content I produce, because it is a variety channel. It is affected by things that pique my interest. I would hope that my content, which is mainly just me talking to you, would be okay. but I know that people get bored at staring at a person just talking at them. So I am going to be attempting some level of editing, even though this is not a majorly heavily edited channel with videos and all that. That's a work in progress. So I'm not promising there's going to be a lot of visual stuff going on here. Let's see. What else would be worth bringing up? Oh yeah, when I do talk about news and things like with the president being a moron, this video is going to be on YouTube for a while, so it's 2020. I should have mentioned that earlier. With the coronavirus heading around, I'm not an authority on the subject at all. But do remember to wash your hands, please. I don't want to get sick if one of you viewers just happens to be a person I work with, or happens to be a customer, or happens to be someone I meet if I travel out of town. So wash your hands, cover your mouth when you cough. Coronavirus, basic knowledge here. You can find this on YouTube. It takes 14 days to incubate. So, keep washing your hands, wash your face, please. Eat healthy, work out. I don't work out. I have the strength of a noodle. Let's see. Public speaking for me, well, you're seeing it in action. And do you like what you see? I don't know. But if you do, I guess you can subscribe. I'm saying this way too much. I know it's best to say it at the first part of the video and at the last part, but I'm still getting my rhythm down. I mean, I've been doing this for a few years and I'm still getting my footing on YouTube. I don't know what else to tell you, really. Oh yeah, I did bring up news earlier, so I guess what I should say is there are two people I recommend if you want news. Kyle Kulinski, I'm sure you've heard of him, pretty awesome. Secular Report, that's what his channel is known as. You can find him on YouTube. And you can also find another man, the Humanist Report's Mike Figueredo. They're both very awesome at what they do. They're indie news sources, not like CNN, not like any of the others. They actually are honest. They're secular, humanist news reporters, so they're not religiously affiliated. They're not loyal to any party, really. For example, they don't have any loyalties to the Democrat or Republican parties. At most, you can expect them to maybe share the values of the Green Party. Even then, I don't know if they're affiliated with them. I don't think so. But I would encourage you to check them out. They're really awesome. They do very good work. They report on the issues, and they play no small part in increasing support for Bernie Sanders. And by no small part, I mean they play a big part. And look at their subscriptions and their views and the watch time they get. So if you don't believe me at how many people actually follow what they say, check them out. And I'm going to repeat, Kyle Kulinski and Mike Figueredo of the Humanist Report and Secular Talk. They're both really awesome. I will do response videos to Christians. I have said that I'm planning on doing a response to Kent Hovind, Ali Beth Stuckey, Anyone else I can think of? Maybe Kirk Cameron. I don't know. It's hard to get past that script, you know. Have you sinned against God? That one. It's tough to cut through that jungle. But I'm going to try to in a future video. I don't know how far in the future, but I don't even know if it's going to be this year I'll get to it. But if you like what you see, like, comment, and subscribe. See you later.